What's up, everyone? My name is Sean Mann. I am the writer, director, creator, and actor of First Gen. I'm going to break down the whole project and every scene, scene by scene, what we were thinking, how we shot it, what the thought process was behind all of it. So first off, before I get into the opening scene, why am I doing this? Because number one, I don't like doing this. I don't like talking to a camera into the void. Number two, I want to continue kind of talking about my personal experience in my project because I didn't go to film school. I have acted for 14 years now, 14, 15, something like that. And I've learned a lot, and I want to pass that along to people who are interested in kind of following the same path and just kind of like talking about what goes into making this project so that you can apply it to your own if that's what you want to do. I also believe that stories like this are original, they're relatable, regardless of people's backgrounds. I think all of us have felt or at certain times do feel kind of like outsiders within our own families or friend circles or communities or bodies or whatever it is. So I think it's something that's super relatable. And I also just think that there needs to be more stories told around first generation experiences. I don't think that that's prominent enough in content, in TV shows and film. So that is the why, okay? And without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first shot was obviously, just like all projects are, done very intentionally. The thought process behind it was this. First of all, your first act of anything, your intro of anything is once upon a time, if you think about it, right? So once upon a time, there was this person who was living like this, but then wanted this. Just for example, right? That's the example we can use for this one. So you have a first generation son who clearly is at odds with his father about taking over their family business. This is a pretty common theme, I think, that people can relate to, that it does not discriminate what your background is, that people can say, oh yeah, I know exactly what that feels like, regardless of what the situation is. So the way that I wanted to approach it was to have the viewer immediately be brought into these people's world. So you immediately know who the main characters are and what they're arguing about. So you have conflict right at the beginning. Sometimes screenwriters and directors, they have the luxury of kind of giving you that slow burn. But I wanted to jump right into it because as a film of mine, you have to make people care. Like, why do we need to care about this? And the way that I kind of went about it was like, well, you know, let's just start off with the first thing that they see as this, right? That's jarring. First 10 seconds that this is an argument between father and son. Now, what are they arguing about? Two beliefs and two wants colliding. Boom. I want you to take over this thing that I built. No, I don't want to do it. This is a very common thing amongst first-gen families, especially those whose families have family businesses, because when you have a family business, it's kind of implied a lot of times in immigrant / first generation families that you're going to take over. Heads of households from that era, they don't really look at you as like a fully formed human. They just kind of look at you as kind of like property, you know, like, hey, like, I own you, so this is what you're going to do. I don't care what your dreams are. Not saying that everyone's like that, but you know, it's prominent enough. So we put all of that into the opening scene, right? Without giving away the dialogue, because obviously you're going to go watch the whole thing now. And then we essentially have the glue of the family that holds everything together, which is always the mom, trying to intervene. But what is she going to do? The big turning point is when there is a schmack, a nice good old backhand. It's clear that the dad also has a father wound, and the son, by telling him that he is a bigger failure than his father, like I said, that poked the bear to give the reaction that it did. And the way that we wanted to kind of edit it is, or at least I wanted to kind of go into it, was having that nice little cutoff right before he refers to him as a piece of shit. And that's how you got your opening scene right there, you know? It's in your face, it grabs your attention, and doesn't ask for it, man, because in this era with streaming and all of these options and people doom scrolling, you have to take people's attention. So that was kind of how we went about it. And so you can use these ideas, this kind of template, if it's something you want to do, or you can just totally not and do whatever you want, right? Because it's all just it's a sandbox that we're all playing in. But that's the first scene. If you haven't watched the whole pilot, you can do that. It's on YouTube. I broke it up into pieces, obviously, for social media. You can do that too. And yeah, if you guys want to watch more, I'm gonna keep doing this regardless. So thank you.